Chapter 3. These are the guys that you've managed to get onto the TV slots. Some of them have been there before and done it, and some of them were new to it, such as a very exciting young girl who moved to 4-0, Rihanna Dixon.
Yeah, it was nice to finally get her out on the TV show, and she's one of the first 3 on the VIP small hall shows, and been waiting to get a chance to go on the matchroom shows. It took probably 6 months of waiting to get her finally on one in Liverpool. Didn't get her matched up, and then she had to wait till Manchester, but she got out. She's gone to 4-0 now, and I believe she's going to be out on the TV show in March. She'll be 5-0 then, and then it got to be the end of the year. We should probably be title fights, because they don't get pushed a little bit quicker than normal, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And the good thing about the women is they don't mind. They love it, don't they?
Yeah.
And then they flirt up and down through the waves, so yeah, it could be an exciting 2022 for Rihanna. It's no particular order, it's just the way we roll it down. But a kid who really has a breakout year this year, Bradley. We knew he was always a good kid. He's got out and proved it this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's got to deal with boxers, so takes a little bit of weight off us, doesn't it, where you're building the kids up on your shows and they get into like 8 and 9-0, and it's difficult to match them, and the finances become tough, so it's nice that we've had a peg up with Brad, and as I say, those breakout fighters, that's the position we want to get him into, where Brad's got, and he had a fantastic debut on Sky, and he's probably fight of the night, and he's back out on the undercard of Amir Khan and Kell Brook, and hopefully this year we can push him into be fighting English or British titles by the end of the year.
Then we had 2 kids, both from the same town, both fighting for the European title within 2 weeks of one another, in Jack Cullen and Jack Flatley. Didn't go the way you wanted, but still very gallant efforts.
Yeah, to be honest with you, them 2 were the disappointments of the year, even though we was happy that they was fighting for European titles, and I just genuinely believe that the pair were more than capable of winning European titles, which would have been fantastic, from the small halls coming through, both from Bolton, and then both being European champions at the end of 2021, and for none of them to win it was heartbreaking for us, really. I mean, Flatley went away from home in the biggest test. Cullen's kid was decent as well, wasn't he? And we just expected both of them to win, and Flatley kind of froze, if you want, because he didn't fight as well as he could have.
I think looking at the fight, I think the ring that I got told the canvas was absolutely soaking wet, and the first punch was a bit of a slip, but I can't take anything away from that. He looked special on the night, didn't he?
You can't make excuses. It's the same ring that the other kid fought in as well.
Yeah.
And I think Jack just got hit too easy, and it ended up being a bad knockout for him. It was hard to watch. And with Cullen, we obviously knew he was firing a punch. He had 16 wins. 14 of them KO, so it was always going to be that, but he had the attributes to handle him, and at times he was handling him really well, but he let himself down by getting into a fight, but that's a problem that we've got with him, Manny, and maybe that's why a lot of people follow him and like him. So where we can have a go at Jack, you've got to turn around and say to that other guy that we took a little bit of pasty off Jack for 6 rounds, and then caught him with a tremendous body shot that was good enough to finish any fight, and it finished that. So Jack Cullen will definitely get another chance on the TV this year. Flatley, I'd like to bring him back with a couple of wins on our own shows before he has another go, but there are aspirations of winning titles and big titles, and the likes of Josh Waddington's come through being a world champion, relinquished it, but I think we're trying to get him the big fights in America, and it's not happening at the moment because he's not a world champion. So you know, we're hoping that he's going to get another crack at a world title, which will hopefully be announced very soon. That'll be in Leeds, and then obviously then my job would be to get him in America. After that, he can't be anything else then. You know, that's what we've got to do. But first of all, he's got to win that world title again, which he's more than capable of doing.
When would that be, roughly?
I don't know yet, it's out of my hands that, but hopefully it'll be sooner than later, because Josh is no youngster no more, is it? And then Zelfa Barrett had a fantastic win in the final eliminator, so again, we're hoping that he's going to challenge for the IBF world title at super featherweight. So it'd be nice maybe in 4 months' time when you come back here that we've got 2 world champions, the featherweight and super featherweight IBF champions of the world. I mean, that's what we're hoping for. Like we was with the European titles with the 2 jacks, but you know, you can't say anything about boxing apart when it's up and down. So hopefully we've just had our downs and we're on the ups, which is the same for Akib Diaz. You know, I mean, he's had a really bad year with losing his mother and he's losing his best friend both with COVID, and then damaging his hand and not being able to fight. So it's been a tough year for him, but hopefully 2022 will be a good one. Reece Ball, you know, you look at him, he lost to Lee Woods in a fight where people thought he was winning, and then Reece ends up having to do a ticket deal to come back, and that kid ends up fighting Cantu, winning a world title, and now he's got himself a massive payday in the defence of his world title against Cullen in March. So, you know, that's the fine line between being in the top echelons of the world or just being back down where you are. And Reece has got to come back. I mean, he was coming back and had a bit of an injury. Mark Leach is in a similar position, you know, he's won a final eliminator, just waiting for the board to mandate him to fight for the British title.
Spectacular style on our show when he's
to keep him busy, and we said, look, you know, you're in your own town with Salford, let's put on a performance, and he was devastating, you know. Great for Mark Leach, and that'll give him the confidence when he finally does get this British title to go on and win it. So there's kids, you know, like Tom Fowle and Masha Dodds both come back on the prize fighter on Sky and got all the publicity that you get on these shows. And Masha was unlucky. We thought he'd won his quarter-final against the kid who went on to win it, Corey Gibbs, and got a contract off Sky. And then Vaza got through to the final, a couple of great wins, and then you know, he got edged out by Corey Gibbs in a fight that could have gone anywhere. So, and then 2, you know, are back in the mix. So
could they 2 get it on again with one another? Because there was talk about that just before lockdown, because that was one of the last fights before lockdown, was them 2 against one another. Yeah,
I think it's a possibility. We just need a TV company to come and pay for that, because, you know, they deserve it. But, you know, all we can do is keep banging on the doors and try and get these opportunities for the kids, and then let them take the chances. So
well, on that same night we also had Nathan Bennett and Ken Gardner, and they started the show off, didn't they, with an absolute cracking fight between one another.
Yeah.
I presume, would that be a fight that might go ahead again on the big stage, but over a proper distance?
Well, there's a possibility about that. As you say, these things get took out of our hands when they move on and have to be, you know, to go on the TV. But, you know, it's my job to jockey for them to try and get them on the TV, and all we can do is keep them busy on our shows, waiting for that opportunity and making sure they're ready for it. And you know, that's the biggest part of my job, to do that, you know, because doing these small old shows are difficult, and from what I can see, it's going to be no easier in the new year. So we're just going to have to battle on for it, and these kids are going to have to take the opportunities when they come up, and I think they will come up this year, because there's more and more TV shows happening, isn't there? You know, Matchroom have found a new place in his own. Boxers filled the gap in Sky. Frank Waddington's Queensbury's doing the work on BT, and Mick Hennessy's on Channel 5. Hopefully we're hearing other things might happen with some opportunities, and if they do, great. All the lads deserve to be well paid.
No, well, like I say, great short 2021, and hopefully an even better 2022 than me.
Yeah, it will be. No, I'm off to do my stock taking.
See you later, Steve. Thanks,
Cheers,
mate.
mate.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.